So thanks to this and this insurance claim literally went from $0 to... This might be the strangest and most absurd insurance claim I've ever seen. At least the solution to it was strange, but the claim itself was actually pretty straightforward. So let's start at the beginning. This unassuming office building was majorly damaged during a storm. It was so bad that 13 of the tenants had to move out, which was pretty much all of them. And looking at these videos of the aftermath, I don't blame them at all. I mean, would you be able to get work done if a water park had just opened for business above your head? I don't think so. So there was water damage everywhere, businesses closed, and people were losing money. Fortunately, the landlord acted fast. He filed a claim with his insurance company and had the roof replaced as fast as possible so his tenants could move back in. But already, something was wrong, and his insurance company denied the claim. Now the landlord was out millions of dollars for the cost of repairs. So with no other options, he turned to us. I'm Alex with Allied Public Adjusters. We have over 27 years of experience helping property owners get 9.5 times more on average from their insurance claims. Basically, when insurance companies don't properly investigate a claim, we get called in to do the job. And in this video, you'll learn about the steps that we took to reverse this completely absurd denial, and hopefully you can pick up a few tips and best practices along the way. So first, we're gonna answer an extremely important question. If the damage was so obvious, why was the claim even denied in the first place? Well, get ready to be just as frustrated as I was when I was going through these documents. This is Insurance Exposed. I want you to put yourself in the landlord's shoes for a minute. You've worked hard to buy this property and you want to do right by your tenants, especially since they're hardworking business owners just like you. Imagine there's a storm and now all of your tenants' offices have been flooded and damaged. And as their landlord, you feel the responsibility to fix their business. You also know that the longer it takes to fix the roof, the more money your tenants lose and the more money you lose. So you do what you're supposed to do and fix the roof as fast as humanly possible. But guess what? In replacing the roof, you might have actually acted a little too fast for your insurance company. And that's exactly what happened in this instance. Because by the time the insurance adjuster showed up to the property to conduct an inspection, he reported there was nothing wrong. He didn't see any visible damage, so the claim was denied. But of course the insurance adjuster didn't see anything wrong with the roof because the landlord had already fixed it because he cared about his tenants. And it really doesn't make much sense because he saw that the roof was fixed and he decided, you know what? This doesn't seem to have any damage. I'm gonna deny the claim. His reasoning was totally negligent for denial, or it was ignorant, or both. But ignorant, negligent, it didn't actually matter what it was. Clearly, the insurance adjuster wasn't as thorough as he should have been. He didn't seem to want to ask the landlord if there were any invoices or receipts for fixing the roof. So this is when the landlord came to us. We conducted our own investigation where we discovered 2 pieces of evidence that would change the entire claim. So let's get into it. Directly next to the commercial office buildings were some pine trees, specifically Canary Island pines. I'm not telling you the specific tree just as a fun fact. It actually plays a part in all of this, so just stick with me. See, our public adjusters hypothesized that because of the proximity of the trees to the building, strong enough winds could have blown them off the trees and onto the roof. So let's do the math. First, we gotta talk about pressure. Pressure just means how much force is being pushed on a surface. Like if someone pokes you with one finger versus slapping you with your whole hand. Same force, but different pressure. Now this is where it gets really sciencey. Scientists measure pressure in something called kilopascals, or kPa. 1 kPa is about what a dollar bill weighs sitting on a big dinner plate. Not much. But roofs made of foam, they can handle about 276 kPa before they start to crack or dent. Now remember how I brought up the specific kind of pine trees next to the building? This is a Canary Island pine cone. These things range from 15 to 25 centimeters and can weigh up to 2.2 pounds. Due to their weight and mass distribution, they fall fast and hit hard, especially if one of the spiky edges is the main point of impact. Now buckle up because this is where we add the wind. The pine cone gets picked up and flung sideways like a football thrown by an angry tree. It was enough to cause damage, especially if there had been a storm with strong enough winds, which there was because we hired a meteorologist to prove it. But while our adjuster was up on the roof figuring all this out, something else happened. It was something far more strange than pine cones, and it would ultimately be what ended up reversing the entire claim. And what he discovered was far stranger than you could ever imagine. It was toilet water. No, really. Bear with me. While up on the roof with the insurance adjuster, one of our own public adjusters suggested that the damage wasn't actually from wind or pine cones. It might have been from something far more interesting. Frozen airplane toilet water. It's called blue ice. You see, sometimes waste leaks from an airplane mid-flight and it freezes solid. Then as the plane descends, it heats up, breaks loose, and falls. And it hits hard, like roof puncturing hard. Now this wasn't that crazy of a theory, since an airport was right nearby. And the best part is that while our own public adjuster was literally explaining this theory to the insurance adjuster, a plane flew right overhead, right on cue. And that, alongside the Pinecone evidence, was enough to show the insurance company what they had missed during their initial investigation. And they ended up reversing their denial. So thanks to this and this insurance claim literally went from $0 to 1.8 million. But that's what we do. We investigate, we experiment, we myth bust insurance denials until the truth forces its way out. Like in one of our other videos where we used nearly 5,000 days of weather data to reverse a denied claim and save a church from destruction. Check it out if you want to see more cases like this, and follow us for more Insurance Exposed.